Charlesease, subscribe, share, like everything you need to know when you need to know it, man. Listen, appreciate everybody subscribing, sharing, liking this video, grabbing the merch. All my new subscribers, new followers, Charlesease on every platform, man. Charlesease on every platform is greatly appreciated, man. Listen, big fight tonight. 154-pound title, world title on the line. Keith Thurman, Fundora. You feel me? Sabastianfundora and Keith Thurman, man. This fight was supposed to been happen, but a little shit here and there. I think Fundora, he might have got hurt or something. But they were supposed to been fight a few times, man, but for whatever reason, it never went through. But here we are, man. Matter of fact, I think Keith might have been supposed to fight Tim Tszyu, but it didn't happen. What happened in that? Did it fall apart, or did Keith get hurt? Keith might have hurt himself training, maybe. And then Fundora stepped in, and he won. He won Tim Tszyu's title, man. Tim Tszyu was on his ass until, what was that, a headbutt, an elbow? Just split him, but then it was a wrap. Then Fundora started taking it. But tonight, Keith Thurman, Sabastianfundora, man. Do Keith Thurman got any magic left, man? You feel me? We seen what he did to Brock Jarvis. We seen what he did to Brock. Got him out of there. Knockout. You feel me? Keith looked real good, but he was supposed to do that, man. Keith was supposed to do that. Listen, Fundora, he was knocked out by Mendoza. He was knocked out by Mendoza. He was in a dog fight with who's the one that just got beat by Virgil Ortiz. Did Virgil Ortiz beat bad? Erison Lubin. He was in a dog fight with Lubin. Lubin dropped him. Fundora showed character. He stuck in there. He got Lubin out of there, man. Tonight, Fundora, Keith Thurman. Listen, man, it ain't no secret. Fundora's biggest strength is his size, his reach, his height. You feel me? Now, before the knockout, he didn't necessarily use his height too much. But nevertheless, he's still 6'6". So that's a challenge within itself. But when he got knocked out, he started, fighting behind that jab more. You feel me? As a smart fighter's supposed to do. You're supposed to wisen up. Things don't go right in the fight, you get knocked out. You got to go back to the platform, go back to the basics, to the table, and try to improve yourself, man. You feel me? That's what he do. Respected Fundora for improving on that. But he still could get hit, because let's keep it real. Fundora ain't the most skilled fighter. Like I said, his best attribute is his size, his reach, his height, man. You feel me? He still get hit. He still could be hit. He still get hit. He's never going to be a defensive savant. He's never going to be a world beater as far as defense. He going to get hit. Keith Thurman going to have his chance to clip him, man. Keith Thurman going to be able to get some big shots off. But how far and few in between, I don't know, man. I don't know. Keith going to have to use his legs. If it's any time Keith needs to use his legs, it's tonight, man. It's tonight. And I think the first round, we probably going to see Keith try to come out and land something big. A big body shot, a big overhead right, something big to let him know, something big to let him know that you there immediately. You feel me? Fundora, he going to stay busy with that jab. He going to stay busy with that jab, hunting Keith down, throwing a lot of shots. Fundora, he don't throw big shots. He don't load up a lot. He kind of put it out there, keep putting it out there, and expect you to run into it. That's a lot of his collisions is people running into them shots, man. Them uppercuts. You feel me? Them one twos. You feel me? He don't load up. People run into him, man. You feel me? But he stay busy. Reason why he don't load up, he stay busy with something in your face, punching. You feel me? He stay busy. Yeah. But like I said, Keith, this first round, I expect Keith to come out and try to land something big. Keith Thurman. Beat that drum, man. Beat that drum. Teddy Atlas used to say, put water in that basement. Come out, beat that, his head up here. Thurman, his head up here. But his body right here. Ah! You feel me? His head up here. Ah! Ha! Ha! But his body right here. Ah! So beat that drum. Listen, put water in that basement, man. Put water in that basement. You get inside, Keith Thurman, use, like I said, use your legs. A lot of in and out. Sometimes you can stay there to beat that drum, but not too long, because Fundora like to slip in those sneaky uppercuts, man. Keith Thurman, if he was more active, it would probably be a closer fight in Vegas. Keith might even be the favorite, but Keith ain't been too active, and Keith did, yeah, he looked good against Brock Jarvis, but he did what he was supposed to do against Brock Jarvis. You feel me? That really wasn't too much to keep him going. But one thing Keith do got on his side, remember earlier I said Keith was supposed to been fought Fundora a few times. So he got all that time of preparation. He got all that preparation he could depend on of getting ready to fight Fundora. You feel me? Michael, I forget his last name, but he the tall kid everybody fought. Mendoza sparred him to get him ready for Fundora. And Mendoza knocked him out. Mendoza ain't nowhere close to a Keith Thurman. You feel me? Let's keep it real. But a slightly different version of Fundora tonight, because he's using his height a little bit more. But however, like I said, he's no world beater. Fundora's no world beater when it comes to defense. You feel me? So Keith is going to land some big shots, man. He's going to land some big shots. If Keith's legs is there, if Keith got his legs all fight, if he could go 12 rounds, and Keith looked good. Keith looked good filled out. I know in the past when he used to make the scales, make the weight at 147, face sucked in, you can see all the bones in his face. You feel me? So we don't know how healthy he was back then. He was an elite fighter back then, sucking himself down to 147. Now he look good, filled out. I'm assuming it's more power. Keith ain't never been in a knockout, drawn out fight where he might have left a piece of himself in the ring. It ain't never been none of that with Keith Thurman. You feel me? Maybe the Guerrero fight was rough, and it was another fight. He was swollen bad, but I wouldn't say he took a beat and he won. Nah, Keith been clean for the most part, and he's well rested because his activity. But that could be a double-edged sword. The activity, man. A lot of fighters, they like to stay active. But Keith, he's a veteran. So I don't know how active you want a veteran to be, but I will assume you want any fighter to be more active than non-active. You feel me? So it's going to be an up-close fight. Keith going to have to work hard, but he could do it. He been to the mountaintop. You feel me? He could do it. Keith been to the mountaintop. You feel me? I want to lean towards him, but I want to lean towards Keith. You feel me? But he got a lot to overcome with Fundora's size and shit. You feel me? It's a lot to overcome. So it's like Keith going to have to be working twice as hard, maybe be twice as mentally sharp as Fundora. But however, Keith probably got a better chin. Keith was probably just an all-around, flat-out better fighter than Fundora, man. You feel me? But it's just that size, man. That's the one hurdle. That's the one main hurdle is the size, man. You feel me? But we gonna see. We got a few hours. We gonna see tonight, man. May the best man win. May the best. I ain't picking nobody. You feel me? But this would be cause Keith is the underdog. This would be a great fight to bet on. You feel me? Cause Keith Thurman is a live underdog. A live really, this could be a 50-50 fight, man. You feel me? It could really be a 50-50 fight. But it's just so much Keith got working against him, the inactivity, the size. You feel me? But for real, this is a 50-50 fight, man. Fuck what Vegas talking about, man. Vegas had to pick somebody because it's, it's a money game with them. You feel me? So they got to pick somebody. They can't be on the fence like that. You feel me? So, but for real, it's a 50-50 fight, man. And we're going to see later on tonight, man. But this will be a great fight to bet on Thurman. Because if you win, and he got it, like I said, a 50-50 chance of winning, hey, make some little bit of change, make some good money, man. You feel me? If you feel like something I said is incorrect, wrong, a little bit off, go ahead and leave that comment, man. Leave that comment. You feel me? We gonna chop it up. Leave that comment. I'm gonna get back to you. You feel me? charlesease. Subscribe, share, like charlesease on every platform, man. Hit that bell button. That's that notification button. Hype me up. Boost the activity, man. Hype your boy up, charlesease. Follow, subscribe. Hit that bell button. That bell button is the notification button. So when I upload this heat, you, yes you, on the other side of the screen, get this heat first, man. Fresh out the oven. Your boy charlesease is my time. Until next time, I'm out of here. Peace. You dig?